Why does robust RB fantasy football strategy defy ADP sometimes? Imagine walking into a draft room where everyone is playing it safe, waiting on running backs until the middle rounds. Now picture yourself grabbing 3 or 4 of them early, even if it seems out of sync with what most drafters are doing. That's the core idea behind a robust running back strategy. It's a bold move that can pay off big but often runs counter to the typical draft trends. The main reason it sometimes defies the average draft position is because running backs are a tricky position. They tend to get injured more often than players at other spots, and their roles can change quickly. Because of this, many drafters prefer to wait and see, pushing running backs down the draft board. But a robust RB approach doesn't mind taking that risk early. It aims to lock in high-volume backs before they get hurt or before their value drops. Another factor is how scarce true workhorse running backs are. These are players who get a lot of carries and targets each game, making them more reliable for consistent points. ADP might not fully reflect how rare these players are because it balances risk across all positions. The robust strategy exploits this by grabbing those elite backs early, even if it means passing on wide receivers or quarterbacks. Draft room behavior also plays a role. Many leagues lean toward more balanced or flexible strategies, which pushes running backs further down the line. But in leagues where running backs are king, or in formats that heavily reward rushing and receiving from the position, grabbing multiple early can give you a big edge. Plus, when you load up on running backs early, you can focus on other positions later. You might target wide receivers, tight ends, or quarterbacks in the middle rounds, or use the waiver wire to fill gaps. This approach can seem out of step with the usual draft flow, which is why it often defies what ADP suggests. Lastly, the upside of taking high-risk, high-reward backs early is a big reason why this strategy can go against the grain. Some of these backs are stars with huge potential but come with injury concerns or uncertain roles. ADP tends to undervalue these players because of their risks, but if they hit, your team can skyrocket. In the end, a robust RB strategy works best when you can identify backs with clear roles and high usage. It's especially effective in leagues where running backs score the most points or where the waiver wire is deep enough to replace injured players. Just remember, it's a gamble. If those early picks underperform or get hurt, it can leave your team vulnerable. That's why sometimes this approach seems to go against what the draft consensus says, but with the right planning and a bit of luck, it can be a winning move.